Steve Kerr is self-deprecating. That's a phrase you heard DA use a moment ago. He is smart, he is personable, he is relatable, and that's not me speaking. That is everyone who's ever met Steve Kerr will tell you those things about him. How do you think that translates to a huddle, to a practice as a coach?
I think it's super important, but I think when people are always describing those qualities in Steve Kerr, they forget about the fiery Steve Kerr that we always see in those huddles. I think you need to have both sides of that to be effective at what he's doing right now. And Dennis Scott and I were out there during training camp, got a chance to watch a practice and watch Steve Kerr operate and the way he vibes with his assistant coaches and how he lets everybody do their thing, doesn't get in the way of his players expressing themselves. That's huge when you're treating these men like men. I know that's a big deal for players in this league, Smitty, that they always wanted to be treated a certain way. Steve Kerr understands that in ways that not everybody else does in a championship scenario, in a championship situation where you're trying to sustain what the Warriors are trying to build and sustain right now.
You know, I look at it, what he's done as a coach. I was his teammate, but first as a coach I think people don't look at that he's one of the best X and O's coaches. You know, and I think everybody looks at it as he just rolls the ball out for the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
That's not easy. You know, sometimes it's easier having a bad team versus having a team that you're supposed to win a championship, not be good. I think what he does is he has everybody become accountable to something higher than them. And I think that's the one thing is that Durant is accountable to the Golden State Warriors winning a championship. And I think that's the one thing I love about Steve Kerr. Fantastic teammate. And I think the one thing is he understands how to put good people around him. And that's what he's done. And if you look at it, they have the great mix of everybody that's around him on his coaching staff and up in the front office. It's a great mixture.